when you growing up, since we're talking about this topic, did you ever want to be not Asian? I think we already had this talk, did we?
Yeah, no, I never had a problem with being Asian.
No,
right?
never.
Like I had like there weren't that many Asians in my school, but I never had an issue with like fuck, like I hate being Asian. Like no, never.
You're like always proud of your.
Yeah, I was just like I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't like overly proud. Like yo, it's fucking V unit in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Fuck the rest.
Race ain't shit. I've never been like that. I've never seen my race as an issue.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you just take pride in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? There we go.
I mean, I never had to defend myself because I was Asian or anything like that, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say necessarily, like, proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there are some difficulties that come with it, but never to, like, wish I wasn't. You know? I don't think I've ever gone to that point.
Never sell out.
Yeah, like, more like nowadays, like, white people are, like, more like the point of the joke. Everybody, like, shits on white people now.
Yeah.
Whereas before, that wasn't a thing. I mean, there's always like little like comments here and there because of like you being different for a different race, but you never really poke fun at white people for being white.
Yeah,
because like we're in a white fucking country. You know what I mean? But now it's like things are like completely reversed. Yeah, and like white people are just getting shit on like crazy. Yeah, and like they're like just kind of taking it. But it's also like, do you think people should defend themselves? A lot of people are very submissive to it, like white people.
To like remarks or.
No, I mean, like, you know how, like, people are, like, I was saying, like, people make fun of white people or, like, call them racist or, like, you know, even take little, like, snide comments at them or, like, whatever. So a lot of white people are like, oh, okay, I understand. Like, they're very submissive to it. It's like, we did a lot of bad back then, so, like, we understand. So I see a lot of white people go even out of their way to, like, shit on their own culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, do you blame the people who are defending white people themselves, I mean? Do you think it's... How do you think?
Like bad to be like.
Yeah, because it's almost a bad thing now for white people to defend themselves, because it's being generalized as you like believing in like racism and stuff like that. Yeah. So like, what do you think about that?
Well, why? My question is also to like flip it, right? Why is it wrong for a white person to defend their race? Right, and why is it okay for like any other race to defend it? Yeah. Right, like I totally understand because you know right now things are like everyone's very sensitive. Yeah. You know, but at the same time too, it's like, I mean, it's not fair to be honest, right?
No, yeah, I understand the point too. It's like kind of like, oh, how does it feel to be shit on kind of thing. It's like, yeah, we'll just take it kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, because like it's been done to you guys enough. Yeah,
yeah, but another thing too, it's like.
Oh, I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
I'm not saying here, but the thing is, like, it's like every white person I know now, especially, wasn't like a slave owner. Like,
of course, yeah.
So it's like, why should you have to like constantly be reminded of that when you had no part of it?
Yeah. Right? But people don't like. But general public doesn't understand that. They think like if you're defending white people, then you're defending like white supremacy. Yeah, right. You're not really defending like they're not defending them like just them as a person. Yeah. Right. Like if they're just defending themselves, then that means like. You're defending like Trump. You're defending the right wing. You're defending white supremacy. Yeah. Right, which is like huge jump. Which is a huge jump to conclusion, which is not right at all. You know what I mean? So like, there's this huge gap of like communication.
Yeah, don't understand that, but then it just dates back to like why should, like if you're blaming them for that, then you're in the wrong for thinking that way because then they could think of like. Looking at
that's what I'm saying. It's just not fair. It's just not very right, like one-sided.
Yeah,
right.
You like if you want it to be like even, then you just shouldn't start it. Like you shouldn't. Like,
you shouldn't say anything.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It should just be equal. Everybody should just be equal.
I think Morgan Freeman in an interview, he was saying like someone asked him like, "How do you get rid of racism?" He's like, "For one, stop calling me like when you see me, stop calling him like, oh, that's Black Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Just name me as Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Right. Why do you have to put like a color to who I am? Yeah.
People call him Black Morgan Freeman.
No, I'm just saying like in general. Like, do you know Jay over there? He's the Asian guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I guess it does help be a little bit more descriptive. Yeah. Right. But at the same time, it's just like stop putting labels like that on people. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it's kind of hard too. It's like, oh, you knew Jason.
Which one? I know like
Yeah,
7
which one?
Jasons,
It's
right?
like,
Well,
yo,
the
you know the guy. Like,
yeah,
the
it's
really
like,
nice guy. And,
And,
you're like,
and,
what?
and then that's also where people get way too sensitive, right? Because they're like, oh, I don't want to describe Nelson as like Chinese. I shouldn't have to say that, right? And see, that's the fucked up society that we live in.
Yeah.
Everyone's too like hypersensitive.
Yeah. Because
Right?
it was funny because even when we were at the store, I was doing a return.
Yeah.
And then like I recognized a girl who was like helping me.
Uh-huh.
And then I was just gonna be like, oh, like you can just ask her. It's like. The white like the white girl.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh fuck,
You can't say that.
You never know. Oh fuck, it's like how do I word that? It's like European. Then I was like, oh, Caucasian. Like,
Right.
I was gonna be like, you know, the tall girl with the glasses. That's like, all right. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the white girl.
Exactly.
Oh fuck, it's like yeah.
So do you think?
Funny.
I mean, So do you think overall is racism accepted on certain levels if it means like no real malice?
I think it depends on who you're talking to, right? Because to me, like someone like let's say like my black friends, they could joke about me being Asian, right? But it's like I know the context behind it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like
So that means you do accept it on some levels.
I do.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah. We all do.
I think we all do, right?
Yeah.
But like I think in today's culture, there's no racism allowed. Period.
Yeah, there isn't.
Period.
Yeah, there
See,
isn't.
if like you were saying, like your friend said something about you being Asian, and then someone on the outside was like, "Yo, that's not cool."
Yeah.
Right.
And even if like you are okay with it,
Yeah.
they'll still like be like, "Yo, that's fucked up."
Yeah,
type of
Right.
shit.
You can't
And that's
say
the world
that.
we live in right now, though.
Yeah.
So like, do you agree with that, or do you believe there should be no, even though like you're okay with a certain level of racism, do you think that should be something that's obsolete later on, or something that should be accepted?
So this goes back to the whole like bullying thing.
Okay.
I don't think racism will ever go away.
don't think so
It's
either.
never gonna happen, right? These like little even stereotypical jokes, they're always gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way that it is, right? So it's either you become hypersensitive and overreact with every little thing that's said to you, or you just roll with the punches, right?
Yeah.
And just who cares? Like I have other things to worry about, right?
Yeah.
Right? And check the context behind it. If someone is like, "Yo, you chick motherfucker," you know what I mean? So something like that to me, then of course, you know,
It's different context.
right?
for
But it's
sure.
like you know what it is. You know what I mean? Like we all go through it, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it depends if their intention like joking. Then you're like, oh, you fucking like white.
Yeah,
guy,
you
that
fucking
way.
honky tonk, man.
Then it's like all jokes, right?
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
if it's like some seriousness, it's like, all right, man, you kind of crossed the line a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
There should be, it should be all open. Like you should be able to joke around, but like not to the point where you use racial slurs. I don't think that's
Right.
okay.
Exactly. Right.
Like no matter how you try to justify it, I don't think it's like
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Another thing too is like know your audience, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Right, like I can't obviously like openly say like some like racist like something I'd say to like Chu, who's Vietnamese, and then I meet another Vietnamese guy the first time, like saying the same shit, right? Like
exactly.
know who you're talking to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Like, yeah.
So those are some pointers for like white people who want to say like racist shit, like borderline stereotypical racist shit. Like that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Know your audience, and what's the intent?
Yeah.
Right. Get those in check.
Yeah.
It was always funny because like I always be the one to be like racist remarks on myself.
Right.
Like like simple thing is like sorry like I was like all of us look the same anyway though.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll get like different reactions. They'll either laugh with you or then they'll be like, no.
Yeah. No, what are you talking about?
You know, like, no.
Like like that kind of stuff. Like they're unsure. It's pretty funny to watch their reaction.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
But some people it's like instinctual. Some people can't even help it. You know what I mean? Remember when we were at the bakery a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then that guy said that he thought I was you and you were me or something like that.
Yeah, and then I was like, what about me too?
Yeah.
Right? And he's just like,
yeah, but to him, like, that's not racist. Like, he just thinks
I think
that's a
he
normal
was
thing.
kind of like maybe like a little foggy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, the intent behind it wasn't he was trying to be racist.
Yeah.
But still, like you should like.
Yeah, you should be careful what you say.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Be careful what you say.
Because like some people can take offense to that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why like I wanted to check the temperature by saying like, oh, what about me?
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's important to have a clear line of communication too.
Yeah.
Like with everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like me and White Greg. See, I still call him White Greg.
Yeah.
Because there's an Asian Greg who
yeah.
I refer to
Yeah.
both as either Asian Greg or White Greg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I only referred Asian Greg to Greg, that means I think he's superior to white Greg. Because he gets the name Greg. But I call him. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Like me and him have like a lot of discussions and like we poke fun at each other all the time with like racism and shit. He's racist as fuck to like fucking Vietnamese and like Asian people, but I'm equally as racist to him about white people. You know what I mean? But the thing is, we can laugh about it,
right.
And like if something we don't disagree about, like we disagree about something, like I can explain it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as you can have a clear explanation of why you think that way, like, it doesn't have to be a right way, but like there's a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I think it's an acceptable thing, which is healthy. But I don't think most people have that clear line of communication,
especially now, because then like you don't even want to talk about it, like you
Right.
just avoid it, right?
Yeah.
Or you just like don't even like people now won't bring it up,
Right.
Yeah.
Because then they'll just agree with whatever the media.
Yeah,
thinks.
there's some
Exactly.
things like I have tons of black friends.
Yeah.
Tons. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like sometimes I'll be the only Asian guy with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going to a club like on like fucking like hip hop night or something. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like the 1% in that club.
Right.
But no matter how cool I am or how much they include me, I would never ever say the N-word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you know, and like they would never say like chink either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know, so it's like just like understanding, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about context, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's context and also like for people who don't know, or like it's like I think it's like lack of exposure, right? So for the people who like they hear like a racist joke, right? They don't have any like Asian friends, or anything else. So like they're like, oh, like you can't be saying stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Or they have like one Asian friend who they do really respect, and they worry about them, right? Or it's like the person who doesn't have any Asian friends at all, but the only experience that they get is when they go to like TNT and they get bumped and like coughed in the face, like, yo, I hate these fucking Chinese motherfuckers,
yeah.
right?
Or it's like the one Asian friend is like fucking straight all over the Hollister store, like
Right, exactly, right? And they just clown them anyways.
Right? It's
Oh
like,
man.
like me was like, oh yeah, I have a black friend.
This strange way.